Hi, my name is Tim Huang. I'm a fifth year at UCI, and the company I chose to do was Riot Games. I'll be introducing a employee wellness program known as Health and Fitness Day, and the mission of this program is to promote healthy dieting and physical activity amongst the employees of Riot Games. This company is located within Santa Monica, which is also located in the United States. So a little introduction about Riot Games. Riot Games is an international gaming company and also known to be the founder of League of Legends, otherwise known as LoL. It's recognized as the most played video game worldwide, and the revenue that it brings in is about $10 million per year. The employee makeup for this company are a lot of software engineers, event coordinators due to the many events and tournaments planned by Riot Game, web design, web development, game developers, character design, and the total amount of employees within Riot Games is around 750. So a little bit about the health within the United States. Obesity is actually a very major disease within the U.S. 1 out of every 3 Americans will have obesity, and I believe it is due to poor nutrition. There's a lot of poor healthy diets, poor healthy food choices, a lot of excess alcohol consumptions. And in terms of chronic diseases in general, chronic diseases make up about 7 out of 10 deaths within America. The healthcare system within the United States is actually considered to be very expensive compared to the world. However, there are some positives, and that is that no one is allowed to be deterred from any hospital or from urgent care. However, we all understand and we've all experienced this, but the emergency rooms have a very long wait period. And a couple different healthcare systems would be Medicaid, and that's a government-provided healthcare system. There's also private health insurance for those with money, and also public health insurance. And there's also medical care or Medicare. There's a lot of things that influence the health movement within the United States, and one of it is the U.S. Healthy People 2000, 2010, and 2020 objective, which increased support for the development of workplace health promotion programs in the United States. It provided concrete primary goals and specific objectives to help reach those goals, and also set a time frame in which to assess progress. So in terms of contacting Riot Games, it was actually somewhat difficult because it was due to the constant email response that we had to give. I was in constant email communication for 3 weeks. The first couple of emails were very formal. However, I was actually gradually encouraged to start sending emails casually. And the goals for the communication was to understand the employee health system within the company, and to also observe what employees will do daily within the work environment, and also to introduce a new employee health program that would be beneficial to the company. Alright, so moving on. So the importance of health programs would be to encourage employees to change towards a healthier lifestyle. The foods within the company Riot Games, it's delicious, but it's not necessarily healthy because there's a variety of fast food chains and a lot of buffet lines. Therefore, the employees don't have a healthy food choice. In addition to this, employees do not normally engage in physical activity due to cyber cafes located within the building. A cafe is just a room full of computers where with one another. So hence, online gameplay is actually more encouraged than outdoor activity. Also, there's a lack of awareness and encouragement from the employer. The environment within Riot Games is very casual, and employers are encouraged to take and relax. There's a mindset of do what you want as long as you finish your work attitude. And this would be great except for the fact that it actually encourages physical inactivity, because the employers encourage where rather than resting, just proper physical activities or events. The rate of obesity would decrease due to healthy food choices. Employees are considered gamers that just simply eat and play after work. And the decrease in obesity would result in less risk of absenteeism due to diseases, because obesity actually increases the rate at which chronic diseases affect a person. Also, healthy employees mean more productivity within the workforce and work environment. There would also be a decrease in costs, because employees would be encouraged to go out, do outdoor activities rather than um, having constant gameplay, and which also requires funds such as electricity, internet fee, online gaming fees, and all these fees would be waived simply by being involved in a different activity. So a couple benefits for the employee themselves: they would have enhanced self-esteem. By maintaining constant physical activity, one would feel more confident with his or herself. Also, they would have improved health. They would have less risk to injury, and they would actually have an increase in life expectancy. In addition to this, it would be also increased skills for health protection. Employees would be more aware of possible risks that can occur to themselves in terms of either obesity or potential just unhealthy eating habits, and they could also take actions to protect themselves from such things. So there's a couple things that the U.S. and Riot Games have in common. As you can see, a third of the U.S. and about a third of Riot Game employees consider themselves obese. Also, they both consider physical activity inadequate. And in addition to this, both the U.S. and Riot Games seems to have a extensive fast food network, and the employees and the U.S. average adult consumes a lot of fast foods. So a survey that I would conduct would be with these. A couple of the questions would be along of this line, and it would be because it would help me understand whether or not the employee would be committed to change, or committed to or dedicated to conducting healthy habits. And also, if we understand how many hours of video games an employee plays at work and at home, we could actually calculate the amount of time needed, even though it's minimal, of our sacrifice to either cook a healthy meal or just engage in any sort of physical activity. So a little bit about Health and Fitness Day. This program is specifically designed to target all employees within a company. The purpose is to educate all the employees to prevent obesity through healthy diet choices, and to encourage physical exercises such as riding a bike to work, jogging to work, and just other physical activities such as boxing class. And hopefully it would also ensue change in the typical food menus located within the company itself to encourage healthier options for employees. As you can see, Riot Game does not have any health programs that encourage any sort of physical activity. Instead, the company itself is actually surrounded by leisurely furniture. For example, there's beds located within offices that employees may use to rest on or nap on. By removing such office beds may reduce physical inactivity, and encourage an encouragement for them to go out might also help as well. And also, policies in regards to working efficiently would prevent a constant relaxed environment. Also, cyber cafes prevent physical activities for employees. Therefore, if there was a minor limitation for the use of these sorts of rooms, would also benefit the employees and their physical activity. So the strategy of Health and Fitness Day would be having weekly employee meetings with incentives for those who participate. Meetings would include cooking classes for healthy meals, weight management classes, and introductions to physical exercise such as yoga, and there would also be mental exercises. The incentives would be online Riot Game currency, which is actually very popular amongst the employees, gift certificates to malls, and possible home appliance awards. These meetings would consist of not only live examples, but PowerPoint lectures that demonstrate and educate the importance of living healthy and just having physical activity. So in continuation to the strategy, there would also be live health expos coordinated about every 4 months. The employees would be introduced to professional trainers for physical activities, and it would be in areas that they are interested in, maybe boxing or MMA fighting. Also, healthy meals would be provided by the company's chef, and then there would also be readily prepared recipes that employees can take home. Also, there would be consultants from Kaiser Permanente and Staywell, readily available to assist in personal health consulting. Alright, so in order to evaluate this program, surveys would be conducted after every Health and Fitness Day meeting. We would gather employees' opinions on food, the lecture, and events, and it would also include questions in regards to personal health and wellness. Surveys that have an individual with health problems would actually be carefully monitored to see if he/she maintains consistency. And then, all survey results would be averaged and sent directly to the CEO for monitoring. A couple expectations regarding this program: there would be a decrease in obesity amongst Riot Game employees, which will ensure efficiency and productivity. With the allotted free time given by Riot Games, employee will also have quality time management skills between gaming and exercise. A couple future recommendations: there should be affirmation and leadership in terms of the work environment is very relaxed, which may cause future problems amongst employees and employers. Rather than having it very relaxed, maybe have some more firm guidelines and leaderships to encourage and push the employees. Also, health within Riot Games may continue to worsen. Therefore, there should be constant encouragement rather than in gaming, but in awareness of personal health. And there's so many events set up for gaming, but not for employee wellness, that this should be turned around so that there should be events for the employees, for their lifestyle, for their healthy living. A couple future benefits. Riot Game would benefit in terms of they would have healthy employees, which means they would less likely be absent from disease, which also means that they would have a higher productivity rating, which then ensures faster game development and more influence amongst gamers worldwide. Employees in Riot Games would be well-rounded gamers that balance the time between gaming, physical activity, and work. They would be healthier and less likely to fall at risk of chronic diseases, and they would, in general, have higher self-esteem. And these are my references. Thank you so much for your time. Have a nice day.